Forget about the crowds, the size of the school, their fancy uniforms, and remember what got you here. If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
An epic scene from the classic Made in Indiana film Hoosiers. Coach Norman Dale with the pregame pep talk before sending his small-town Hickory Huskers out to win a state championship. Well, that was 1986, and only a handful of film and media production companies have wanted to play ball in Indiana since then. For more on why that dynamic could shift, pleased to be joined now by the man who wrote Hoosiers, Bloomington-based screenwriter and film producer Angelo Pizzo. And Angelo, is always great to see you.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
You've been very passionate about this issue. You and others have worked very hard to get this tax credit, which could be up to 30%. The Indiana Economic Development Corporation beginning to accept applications this week. Economic impact is part of it, but as you and I were talking off camera, you really saw a lot of talent leaving the state without this tax incentive in place.
Yes, I became very aware of that when I would give talks or lectures to media school classes. And when I would ask these kids what their plans were, they were always to leave the state to find employment, simply because there wasn't any work here. And what saddened me was there were a lot of these students, or some of them at least, wanted to stay here because they liked living in the Midwest. They liked living in Indiana in particular. They would go to Atlanta, they would go to Chicago, they would go to Los Angeles. But, here we are, our public institutions are spending millions of dollars training these students only for them to leave. So it's a big brain drain problem.
Yeah. Hey, in terms of the economic impact, there are numbers out there in terms of how much money is being spent in particular states with incentives. How significant, how lucrative is this industry?
Well, let me put it another way. When we first started this venture in 2006 to try to get a tax credit here, there were only 12 states that gave tax credits. Because it is so, the economic impact is so great for so many states, more and more states have taken on these credits, and now they're up to 38. The biggest example, or the prime example, is Georgia. In fiscal 2022, this year, over $4.4 billion have been spent by film production companies. And that really doesn't say it all, because there's a spillover effect. The economic impact actually should be multiplied by 5.
Well, and I know Hoosiers, as an example, which you obviously know very well, it was filmed in New Richmond, Knightstown, Indianapolis, Brownsburg, Lebanon. So this kind of impact can be spread not just through one community, but potentially multiple communities.
No, and that's one of the great things about Indiana. They have a great diversity in terms of the topography. They have the sand dunes of Lake Michigan. They have the river towns. They have, the big city, Indianapolis, and the topography of the southern Indiana is hilly, where it's flat, in northern Indiana. There were so many places that we wanted to shoot Hoosiers, and we were limited somewhat by the distance we had to travel from Indianapolis. But I have a film in mind that I would like to set it almost totally in southern Indiana. To really, it's one of the most beautiful parts. People don't even know about it, and no film companies have really utilized how gorgeous like Brown County is.
Yeah. Well, we'll look forward to following up on that story. And I know you're working on a film about the first Indianapolis 500. Lots going on in your world. I know you've been very passionate about this tax credit, that applications are being accepted this week. Angelo Pizzo, thanks for joining us from Bloomington, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
All right.